What is going on, YouTube? It's your boy Stacks at it again. We gotta keep the games rolling as always. Don't go anywhere. Gonna be a fun ride here, as this is one of my favorite rivalries of all time. Going at it for the first time in our 10th season, and they're gonna meet up again in Huntington Beach, California, but the site today will be in Tacoma, Washington, as the Voyagers will face off against the Eruption. These two teams have been putting out great games ever since the league has been a thing, and it's always a fun ride seeing red versus blue going at it. Huntington Beach is currently undefeated going into this ball game, while Tacoma, they're currently 1-2. They're trying to change their fortune, trying to stay in that playoff race. You already know how we do. Will we see the upset today? You never know until the games get rolling. I essentially have everything ready to go on my side, so I'm not going to waste your time. Best of luck to these two teams and the rest of the teams this week. And we'll go ahead and get this thing kick-started. Let's go ahead and do it. It looks like Huntington Beach will kick us off, and we are underway. Let's get that sound kicking, as it's going to be returned here, taking it past the 20, and it's going to be 1st and 10. Tacoma's going to start us off with the first plays here in week 4. Going to be the single back set. Davin Brewer back there doing his thing, or is that Lamar Davis? It's going to be a handoff up the middle. Yes, it is Davin Brewer. Couldn't quite tell with the uniform set there, but he's doing his thing. He's up there in the running back of the year race. He's trying to do something crazy today. It's going to be 2nd and 6 coming. Drop back here, looking for a man left side. It's going to be caught. Actually, no, it's incomplete. He couldn't hang on as he was hitting the ground. Going to make it 3rd and 6 coming up. Got the bunch right here, trying to get the first. Huntington Beach loading up the box. Waiting for a little bit, trying to find his man. Takes off to running out of room. That's going to be a sack. And there goes Night Stalker coming through with a big play. Huntington Beach doing what Huntington Beach does. It's going to be 4th and 12. And we'll see the offense coming soon. Going to be returned here, looking to use that speed, a juke move, and then tackle from behind as he passes the 41. Ryan the Diamond Davis taking that in some real good field position. Let's see Huntington Beach the first time this week.
Hey, get in there, get what you want, G. Get in there, get what you want, boy.
Shotgun set here for Huntington Beach. It's going to be a fake at the handoff to Caleb Howard. Going to launch his left side, and he had the man open over there. Couldn't quite connect. It's going to be 2nd and 6, 2nd and 10 coming. Gonna pass it here, looking for a man. Gonna launch this one deep to the left side. He's got a man burnt, and that is gonna be an easy bucket touchdown. Ryan the Diamond Davis taking the top off early. 6-0 Voyagers. And this is exactly what has got the Huntington Beach Voyagers undefeated for the last season and some change. Plays like that, players like that, kick is up and good, and Huntington Beach really doesn't care about the rivalry. They want to strike quick. Tacoma coming through, trying to get back into this game here. Still early in this one, so plenty of time for Tacoma to get right. But if you're playing Huntington Beach, That's one thing that you'll need to make sure is secured from top to bottom is that secondary with Earl Flint, Caleb Howard in the backfield, Eric Duncan at tight end, Ryan the Diamond Davis on the outside, Carlton Banks destroying defenses throughout the middle with the slot position. And then it goes even further back from them. They have Vernon Mills, who was a former Pro Bowler. I mean, there's just so many weapons to take account of when you play against Huntington Beach. It's hard for defenses to keep up, as we see the return taken to around the 25-yard line. It's going to make it 1st and 10 again. Huntington Beach is stacked for a reason. Speaking with some of the owners, like, they're asking the questions like, how does Ryan Davis do it? I can't reveal all of his secrets, but it's going to be a run play here. Going to get close to the 30, a gain of 4. But I can't say all the secrets, but it starts with the players. Like, honestly, if you could get that taken care of, if you could bring people to the league that you know will be active, that you know are able to make the right plays, if you draft right, if you make the right trades, you can be as good, maybe even better than Huntington Beach in due time, as that is a dot right there. A great job there for 11 yards. Great catch by Isaiah Fowler. And that's going to be 1st and 10 coming up. That was good defense too, there by T. Knight. But the pass is better. And it looks like they're going to challenge it. I think it's good. I think they lost the timeout, and they did. Me personally, I wouldn't have went for that challenge. But hey, it's going to be 1st and 10 coming up. First and 10 here. 9.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Going to pass it here. Protection solid. Pass to the right side is good, but they're not going too much further from where they caught it. That's Joe Beasley, the tight end, on the catch. It's going to be 2nd and 5 coming. Second and 5 coming. Trying to keep the drive alive. Handoff, trying to push forward, and he's going to get close. He's going to make it 3rd and 1 coming up. Going to be passing it here, looking for a man on the left side, and deflected. Trying to fit that one to Fowler. It's 4th and 1. Technically, they could go for it here, see if they could keep the drive alive. It looks like it's going to be a punt. Looking for the pin here. Sending this one to the right side, and that's going into the end zone for a touchback. Slow start here for Tacoma. Huntington Beach back on the field. And they're going to try to extend this lead quickly in the first. But the defense so far for Huntington Beach right on cue. Ryan Davis. I gave out a list of the top 5 to 6 wide receivers in the league currently as per the stats, as we see the handoff, the first touch of the day by Caleb Howard for 5 yards. But if you remember that list, it was earlier yesterday, I should say, and Huntington Beach has 2 of them with Earl Flint and Ryan Davis. So both of these guys, you got to be on your base when you're actually playing them. Passing this right side and caught. And there goes the catch. There goes Carlton Banks getting up in the mix. He said, don't forget about me. It's going to be 1st and 10. Handoff, Caleb Power looking for a hole, and he's going to take about another 5 yards or so. They're going to call it 5. 2nd and 5 coming up. Shotgun again. Drive looking fairly decent here for Huntington Beach. They're going to try to pick it up. Looking for a man. Right side. It's going to be a jumping catch. And there goes Ryan Davis for his 2nd catch of the game. He's going to be a little shy of the mark. It's going to be 3rd and 1. I formation, or single back, I should say. Handoff to Caleb, and he's going to push forward for those extra yardage right there. 3 carries, 14 yards for the young back. He says he wants a breakout game. Up to this point, he's going forward, so you can't be mad at that. 1st and 10 coming up here for the Voyagers. He doesn't have the biggest of bodies, but he says he has a lot of heart. I see him in the chats percolating. He says he wants to be the best. As you see, a handoff and pushing forward for another solid gain of about 3 or 4. 2nd and 7. 2nd and 7 coming up. Passing it again, looking for a man. Right side, going to be over the head. Well, not over the head, a little bit outside of the reach there for Tyler Deathridge. It's going to be 3rd and 7 coming up. Tyler Deathridge, the only quarterback that is yet to lose a game in their career, and he's trying to keep that streak here. He's on a good pace, faking the handoff here. Pocket is awesome. Going to launch this towards Flint, and there's another dot again. Earl, the Pearl, Flint, his 6th touchdown of the season. And this is how we wanted to break away from Tampa Bay. He's looking pretty nice. Jacob Copeland had no answer. Carolina Andrianic with yet another extra point, and it's getting a little out of hand at this current juncture. Tacoma needs to get a score and see if they could break into this deficit. Gonna be returned here, taking it past the 15 and stuffed immediately by T Knight. Trying to make some plays here. Tacoma back onto the field. The offense was moving a little bit, but they fell short of the 1st down mark. And here they are back onto the field trying to get something cooking. Empty set. Gonna send a man in motion. Looking for a man, and it's gonna be 1st and 10. Turning it into 2nd and 11. Empty set again. Passing it again. Why not? Taking off to run. Running out of room, and it's another sack. Josh Sloya getting into the backfield, and it's 3rd and 19. And Tacoma cannot find any footing so far in this offense. They keep on running into some troubles in pass protection. The 2nd sack so far today. They got it back up again. Looking to launch this up, and it's gonna be picked off. It's gonna be returned by Adam Leach. Sits up, gets to the 20. What a play there from Huntington Beach. The cornerback strikes again. Going to be passing this here. Looking left side is going to be caught by Jeff Brown. Stays inbound, stiffs arm a man, and getting close to the first down mark. A gain of 8 here on that one. Second and 2 coming up. Going to be passing it again left side. Gonna be caught by Davis, and that'll make it first and goal coming up. 3 catches, 67 yards, and a touchdown. And I didn't mention this earlier, but Tyler Detheridge is leading the league in passing touchdowns with 12. So essentially he has, if he gets another couple or so, like, he's pretty much putting up 4 touchdowns a game. He's right in that area. Looking for a man again, left side of Caleb, and it is going to be caught. But it's going to be a short gain maybe. Going to make it second and goal. Middle field wide open, and it's gonna be a bucket. That's gonna be Carlton Banks for the touchdown. And Huntington Beach is gonna be up 3 scores with that one. Touchdown number 13 on the season for Detheridge. And the kick is going to be up and good there. 21 to zip past the sticks if you're playing Madden. But this is the USFA. Tacoma in the world of hurt right now, but still plenty of time to get back into this. They need to get up in there. Okay, missed a little bit there, but it looks like Tacoma had another unsuccessful drive for what I was able to see. And they're back onto the field is Huntington Beach. Trying to get something cooking here in this one. You know how we do. Short drop back here, left side and caught for another first down. 8-4-11 there for Mr. Deathridge, T15. That's what his new nickname is for me, Agent T15. And that's going to be another catch by Davis, who's trying to fight with his running mate Earl Flint for the top wide receiver spot, as that'll close out quarter numero uno. And it's already a 21-0 ball game. Not looking like the normal rivalries we've seen over the seasons. As we see the handoff, there goes Caleb Howard pushing forward, currently averaging 4 yards a carry, and he wants a little bit more than that. 2nd and 7 coming up. Shotgun set. 154 yards to 16 up to this point. There goes Howard, who's going to try a spin move, and he's going to pick up another 4 or so, make it 5. 3rd and 2 coming up. Going to be a handoff, trying to get the first, and I think he picked it up off of that last effort. And yes, he will. He has 7 carries up to this point. It's going to be 1st and 10 coming here for Huntington Beach. Pistol formation here for this Huntington Beach team. 10 minutes left in the second. Going to give it to Howard again, who's going to get pushed backwards, and I think he gained maybe 1. Yes, he did. Great job there from Tacoma. Taya England in his 10th season trying to make some plays. 2nd and 9 coming. Going to pass it here again, looking for a man left side and caught, turn it up. There goes Eric Duncan making the play past the 40. And Huntington Beach, they're just looking like Huntington Beach right now. What's going to be 1st down coming? 21 yards there on the catch. Quick pitch in. It looks like that was a little bit of a quickly thrown pass there. I think I knew exactly where he was going, but that's going to be 2nd and 10 coming up. Tacoma in their home alternate jerseys with the black tops and red bottoms. And they're going to hand this one off to Mr. Howard, trying to find the crease, and he almost broke free, but he's going to pick up a short gain of 5. Well, not too short. 5 yards is definitely good. Eight and a half minutes left in the second. In field goal range. They want more than that, obviously. Going to be a drop back here. Looking for a man. Taking off to run his Deathridge. And he's going to pick up the first. But he's going to fumble the football. And picked up by Tacoma. Looking for blocks. Going to get recovered. Taking it past the 25 is Taya England. And Tacoma's got the turnover. Doing an adjustment here. And it's going to be a pitch left side and caught. There goes James Peach coming through. Maybe that's a little bit of the life they needed to try to get back in this ball game. A 1st down play here for Tacoma, trying to get something cooking. Number 5, tackled number 5 right there. You seeing that? T. Knight making the play. 1st and 10 coming up. Going to send number 15, Rocco McLovin, in motion. And they're going to hand this one off to Brewer, and he's not going anywhere. He's going to get hit in the backfield by the interception man from earlier. That's going to be 2nd and 10 coming. Almost got called offsides there, not to be. 2nd and 10. Handoff, trying to find a hole, gets to around the 40. Not quite past it as Lamar Davis is going to be 3rd and 9 coming up. And Huntington Beach doing a very great job defensively this season. I believe they're the second most or second least amount of points allowed so far. They're under 30 at this point, and they haven't allowed a point today. Looking short, it's going to be caught, but it's going to get wrangled down by Annalisa Melculo. And that is going to be stopped short of the marker. It's going to be 4th and 3. This is around the 3rd time this game where Tacoma was able to get a first down or two and then get around midfield, and they couldn't get their offense rolling. So they're going to need to find some more money plays here on 3rd down if they're going to try to keep this thing moving. Looking for a bounce, going to find a bounce there at the 10, and he couldn't ask for a better pin right there unless it went closer to the end zone. But hey, Tacoma will take it. Huntington Beach, they got to start pretty deep in their own territory. Shotgun set, gonna look for a man here. Quick pitch in the middle is gonna be caught by Eric Duncan, who's gonna pick up maybe 7, make that 8. 2nd and 2 coming up. Second and 2 coming up here. Going to be a handoff. Trying to get the first, but I think he got pushed away before he got the mark. Seems like he only got a gain of 1. 3rd and medium coming. And Caleb Howard's getting a lot of work in this game. Hasn't quite broke free with the big yardage, but he's been fairly consistent all game long. 3rd and 1 coming. They are going to hand it off. And there goes the other halfback, Tim Carlson, who's also going to pick up some yards, a gain of 5. 1st and 10 coming up here for Huntington Beach. 4 minutes left in the second. And there goes Najee Wyatt, the former Voyager. There's so many former Voyagers all over this league. But he's now the star guy here on the D-line, outside of King Maximus, of course, as they go with the reverse run play. And he almost broke free if he hit that hole. But it's going to be 2nd and 7 coming up here. A gain of 3 on the play. Going to pass it here, looking for a man. Pocket. Going to launch this one left side. Is it another burn? No, it's not. It's almost picked off as Kaiser Washington was right on big homie Ryan Davis, number one on number 1 crime there. And now it's going to be 3rd and 7 here. Tacoma with the chance to get off the field. Going to be faking the handoff to Howard, and he's going to try to launch it again. I think he got him beat this time around, and he's going to drop it. We've seen this a couple of times here this season and a little bit of last season with the uncharacteristic drops. He's got the speed to take the top off, but right now he's been missing his mark. Unfortunate there for Huntington Beach, even though they are up 3 scores, but that definitely could have set them up for some more points. I don't think that would have been a touchdown, but definitely ill-advised error there by the big homies in blue. Now the Red Boys, they're going to see if they could try to get something ready to go before the half ends. Gonna stretch this one to the left, looking for a lane. Gonna push forward, makes one man miss, and he gets tripped up as he was getting close to breaking that one free. But that's the biggest run of the day on both sides. It's gonna be 1st and 10. And if it wasn't for T90, he'd probably still be running. Maybe Preston at the end would have got to him, but a great job nonetheless here. Almost a 2-minute warning, and they are going to let it rock there. Tacoma needs something at this point. Empty set here for Bridges. No drop back, quick pitch to the left, and he'll take that close to midfield. They're going to need to turn up the juice a little bit. Only 54 yards passing so far today. There's going to be 2nd and 3 coming up. Passing it again, looking for a man. Middlefield and caught. Turn it up. There goes Mr. Lamar Davis getting to the 40-yard line. The first crack of offense inside enemy territory. And that's going to make it 1st and 10 coming up. One minute, 15 seconds left. They're going to go no huddle here. Need to pick up the pace for sure. Going to look for a man. Going to quick pitch this left side, going out of bounds, and he does hang on to it. It does stop the clock. James Peach there with the catch. Is going to be 2nd and 7 coming up. Going to pass this again, looking for a man. Launching this deep in the middle of the field, and that's incomplete. Hit as he was throwing. And that's going to make it 3rd and 7 here. It'll be a long field goal from this particular spot. Be like a 54-yarder. Another shotgun set here for Bridges. Passing it again, looking for a man. Going to go short. The blocking is perfect. There goes Davis. Turn it up and tackled by Preston. As it looks like he is hit inbound, so that'll keep the clock moving. But they do have all 3 of their timeouts. A great job there from Mr. Davis to get the job done. 30 seconds here. Going back to the no huddle. Why not? Trying to get a man off sides, not to be. Quick pitch and going to be caught. Tackled again by Preston on the assist. And they're going to call their first time out here. 16 yards away from a touchdown. Lamar Davis getting a lot of work here in this offense from the passing side of things, or the receiving side of things, I should say. But the offense continues to stay on, as they should. Sean Bridges looking for something here. Quick pitch again. And this time, the homies of Huntington Beach was ready. Now it's going to be 3rd and short. They could pick up the first down. See if they could make another effort towards going towards the end zone. See what happens. Passing it here, looking for a man, taking off to run, but he's running out of room, and that's going to be a sack. And there goes Gronk. And that'll be yet another sack for this Huntington Beach defense. And that'll close this drive here. 3 sacks so far in the day here for the Voyagers. And we'll see the first attempt at points here for Tacoma. Kicking from the right hash is going to be Firestarter Prodigy, who's been doing fairly well, if I do say so myself. Kick is up and kick will be good. And Tacoma will crack the scoreboard for the first time today. Definitely a valiant effort, but Huntington Beach not making this easy. and they're going to go ahead and see if they could get something kick-started here going into half number 2. Shout out to all of our affiliates. We got the GSB Gold Standard Basketball doing their thing. Shout out to Goals, Great One Hockey League Sim. And also shout out to the big homies at the ECFL. Most of the players that you see here, I'll say around like 80 to 90% of them have came from this league called the League College Football League. If you want to do your collegiate football career there, you'll start doing your 4 years there, and then you'll come over here drafted by one of our 12 prestigious professional football teams here in the United Sim Football Association. And you could drink some W while you're at it. Use that code USFA S10 to get 10% off of each and every order that you choose to have with them. And if you need some software help for your business, you'll go to Paladim. The links for all of these particular affiliates and sponsors will be in the description of the video that you see here. So make sure you show some love to them. Join our Discord. Check our website out as well, as it looks like Huntington Beach is going to kneel this one out. They think they did a great job here so far in this ball game, and I'd have to agree with them. It's going to make it 21-3. Let's go ahead and get into it. Best of luck once again to both of these teams, as Huntington Beach is going to come right back onto the field. Sending this one away is Firestarter Prodigy, and it is going to be returned. Taking this one past the 20, looking for a lane, and he's going to take it pretty far right there as Earl Flint to around the 27. HBV back on the field. Gonna go with the reverse play, and the defense of Tacoma was ready for that one. That was one of those exotic reverse plays right there. I love them. It's gonna be 2nd and 9. That's going to be a false start right there. Send them back a little bit. A 2nd and 14 coming up. Going to be passing it here again, looking for a man right side, wide open, Eric Duncan, and he'll pick up the first down with relative ease. What a pass there from Deathridge. What is wrong with his legs? It's going to be 1st and 10 coming. Handoff here to Howard, looking for a hole. Gonna take around a gain of about, I'd say 7. 2nd and 3 coming up. Faking the handoff. Is he going to launch it again? No, he's going short, and it's going to be caught by Davis, getting close to the 40. And the drive continues here. Huntington Beach on the move. Kind of want to go over a few stats with you guys if you had a little time. High formation coming up. Will they give it to the halfback? Yes, they will. There goes Tim Carlson, who's going to break free, picking up a first down or close to it. No, they said he's short, but that's 9.5. You can't be mad at that. 2nd and inches coming. But in regards to the receivers, let's just stick with the wide receivers. There are currently, let me see how many. As we see the pass here, looking to launch this again, launched into the end zone and over the head of Ryan Davis, who had a little bit of a step on Kaiser Washington. Is going to be 3rd and inches. So as of right now, there are 12 wide receivers and tight ends that are on pace for 1,000 yards receiving. And I'll go ahead and rattle them off after this particular drive, assuming Huntington Beach does score. Looking like they are, with a handoff there by Howard. Going to be another solid game. He's going to a solid gain. He's going to crack 50 on the day. But looks like those receivers and tight ends will be Earl Flint, Vic Dotson, the tight end for Charlotte, Zachariah Branch from Jersey, Ryan Davis from the Voyagers, John L. Dreszy from the Mafia. As we see the handoff, and there goes Howard again, not getting too far that time around, maybe a gain of 2. Yes, John L. Dreszy from the Mafia, Keith Simmons from the Snow Devils, Uncle Swoosh holding it down in Arizona, Kai Coco in Tampa, Darren Guadiana, the tight end for Jersey, Guy Clausen, the #1 wide receiver for Pittsburgh, and Sean McGowan. As we see another handoff getting close to the 20. Yeah, Sean McGowan from Arizona. And then there's also one more, Ty White from Pittsburgh. So a good spread for sure. And there's still plenty of receivers that's around that mark. Similar to that, like Riker Bryson from Tampa. Phoenix Jones is there. He's almost at 200 yards. So he's in that area too. Picking a handoff, looking to launch it. Looks like he's got a man. Can he drag the toes? Yes, he can. Yes, it's going to be another touchdown. And Earl Flint. Touchdown number 7 on the season. You could go ahead and review it. That was a dot. Easy buckets. 27-3. But yes, you also have Toronto Wraiths halfback Braxton McFadden that's in that area. Ben Blazin from St. Louis is on his way. Keenan Curtis up there as well. Dusty Rooks and Amari Jones, 2 tight ends, making their dreams happen. And then MJ Witten from Charlotte. Blake Grant is up there. And then also Ryan Bandy there from Jersey. So those are all the receivers that at least have 150 yards or more. So if you're around that level and you get some good games under you, 1,000 yards should be pretty easy for you. So keep on staying active, keep on grinding. Let's see what happens. You never know. It's going to be a very fun race here for sure. Earl Flint leading the league in touchdowns as well. Earl Flint and Ryan Davis, they're both up there in the top 3. And they're 2 of the main reasons why Huntington Beach is where they are currently. They're the clear-cut favorites to win it all. Again, as you can see, it's going to be a return. And Preston Dotson was right there to slow him down. Going to be 1st and 10 coming. Tacoma coming back onto the field. Handoff pushing forward is Brewer, who's going to get past the 25 to around the 26. Going to make a 2nd and 3 coming. Tyler Deathridge, the only quarterback at this current moment, over 1,000 yards passing and over 10 passing touchdowns. As we see the handoff again, pushing forward. There's going to be another short gain there. 3rd and 1 coming. He has all 4 passing touchdowns here. So there has not been a rushing touchdown in this game. So Tyler Deathridge is currently at 14. He's on the pace to get close to 40 touchdowns, and he's going to get stuck by T Knight. He hit that hole like he stole something. A loss of 1, and that'll close this drive again here for Tacoma. Wow. What a hit there. He let out some of that ECFL fire there on that one. I was waiting to see that, and I'm looking forward to see his progression throughout the seasons as well. Sending this one away. Going to be returned by Davis, who has blockers up front. Going to try to juke up, and he's going to get past the 40 again. And yet another great set of starting field position here for Huntington Beach, as Dotson and Ryan Davis has some words right there. Handoff, pushing forward, running through a man and dragging another one close to the midfield as Caleb Howard's starting to pick up some steam. You already know he's going to be getting some carries pretty soon going into the fourth. But right now, he's looking pretty nice. I'm not even going to lie to you. He's in the backfield again in the shotgun set. Only 100 yards allowed here from this Huntington Beach defense. Looking for a man again. Is it going to be another launch? Yes, it is. He's wide open, and the pass once again off the mark. There by Deathridge. It's going to be 3rd and 2 coming. And Tyler Deathridge is letting it fly. Handoff, Howard pushing forward. Don't know if he picked it up. Maybe he feels 6'3". That would have been okay, but it's 4th and inches here. Does Huntington Beach keep their offense on the field? Looks like Howard was running towards the sideline, so that's normally not a good sign. And it looks like their special teams is here. A little bit of a time to get that off, but he is going to direct it to the right side, and it is going to be pinned inside the 20. Going to be down at the 12. Empty formation here for Tacoma. Looking for a man here. Looking middle field and caught. There goes Isaiah Fowler. Past the 20. 1st and 10 coming up here. Empty set again. Here for Tacoma. Going to send James Peach in motion. They're going to give it to him. But there's going to be a tackle behind the line of scrimmage. There by Preston Dotson. Not to be. A loss of 2. And that's going to be incomplete there. Trying to fit that one to Joe Beasley. 3rd and 12 coming up. Third and 12 coming up here, passing it again, right side, and that is going to be picked off. I know it tastes like that. That's going to be Preston Dotson, and it's going to be a pick 6. Never throw towards 23, and he's going to make the veteran quarterback Sean Bridges pay. That's a pick 6 there for Huntington Beach. Kick is going to be up and good. And I'm not drinking anything right now, but I would if I had my glass and some ice. That was a really nice play. And he used that speed to get around the defense, and that was all she wrote from there. But regardless of that, the second interception thrown on the day, there by big homie Bridges. And this is not turning out the way he'd like it to. And I really can't confirm that either, but I'm pretty sure that's his first interception for a touchdown in the Madden era. I know he's had 1 or 2 in the Axis era, but the veteran strikes first. Reached out and got that one. And here comes the kickoff from Carolina. Tacoma coming back onto the field. A kneel down there by Mr. Davis. And it's going to be 1st and 10. Huntington Beach's defense hyped up as they're going to send Rocco McLovin in motion. And they're going to try the ground game here. Not a lot of room. Going to be a short gain there of 1. Going to be sending Fowler in motion close to the line of scrimmage, looking for a man again, left side, and going to be caught this time around. And that's going to be a 1st down play here for Tacoma as the 3rd quarter continues to wind down. Jumbo set here. Going to be another drop back, looking for a man, launching his left side and caught. A juke move, and he'll get past the 40. Might see 1 or 2 more plays here in the 3rd before we transition over to the 4th quarter. Passing it again, right side and caught, pushing forward and gonna get outside of midfield, well, inside midfield now, as that's gonna be a nice play there to Jax Jackson Jr., his 1st catch of the game. And that'll take us to the end of the 3rd quarter, folks. Don't go anywhere. We still have a game tonight as well. Gonna be a fun ride as always. Show some love to the big homies. Throw your 4s up, shotgun set. Gonna pass this again, looking for a man. Gonna throw it short to his halfback, and he's going nowhere. Setting up an easy tackle there from steel pads. Gonna make it 2nd and 3rd, 2nd and 7. That's 2nd and 3rd. Shotgun set again. Gonna pass this one here. Gonna look for middle of the field, wide open Jax Jackson Jr., who's gonna take it to the 21-yard line. Definitely needed that play for sure on the cusp of the red zone. Tacoma trying to get something cooking, anything. Handoff, pushing forward and tackled immediately. Gonna be 2nd and 7. Josh Schloyer there with the tackle. Short drop back, gonna be caught. But there is a flag on the end of it. I'm pretty sure that's a face mask. Yes, it is. 1st and goal coming up here for Tacoma. Their first, well, I say their 2nd chance here to get a touchdown. Empty set, looking for a man. Middle of the field and incomplete. Steel pads right there to break that one up. 2nd and goal coming. Going to pass it again, looking for a man. Taking off to run, runs back to the pocket. breaks off one tackle. He's going to take off to run here. Is he going to try to get it himself? Yes, he is. He's going to get the touchdown. Sean Bridges. One of the greatest scrambles I've ever seen in my years here in the USFA. That's just ridiculous. Kick is up and good, but what an effort there from Sean Bridges. He took that himself. Broke the sack in the backfield and then got into the end zone. You love to see it. And that's a great response after throwing the interception for a touchdown. You come back and put your own on the board. Problem is you're still down a good amount of points. They called this a 25-point lead. Gonna kneel that one down, and it's gonna be 1st and 10 coming up. Banks and Beach with the chance to go up to 40 points today. Gonna hand this one off and preps before he hits that hole like he wants to, but he's over 19. Well, he's at 19 carries now. A gain of 2 on that play. Looking, gonna be another handoff. There goes Howard, not getting too much again. A gain of nothing on that one. King Maximus there in that backfield. 3rd and 8 coming. Handoff. There goes Howard pushing forward. Sheds off one man and getting close to the 1st down mark. Don't think he picked it up. He's going to be a little shy. 4th and 1 coming up. Should see the punt coming. Sending this one away here is going to be returned, and he's going to get stuck by a couple of defensive players there. Wiley E. Coyote and I believe Everett Williams. Passing it again, looking for a man. Right side is going to be caught, and he's going to get stuck by X-Pac and Preston Dotson back there. Going to be a gain of 8 on that play. Passing it again. Going to throw on the run, find his halfback, push and pass, and he's going to get 15 more thanks to yet another face mask. This time it's Gina DeClina Buckley getting a little handsy. He's going to be 1st and 10. Passing Millfield again is going to be caught, ran down immediately by the big homie. Steel pads. Going to be a gain of 4. Middle of the field and caught. Dragged down as he gets slinged down to the ground after a gain of about 12. Gonna make it 1st and 10 again. Shotgun set here, looking for a man, faking the handoff. Gonna look to launch middle field and going to be caught. Preston Dotson there with the tackle, but Tacoma's right back into the mix here. They're trying to get something cooking. It's 1st and goal. Gonna be a handoff here, pushing forward, and there goes Davin Brewer for the touchdown. Punching it in, making it back to a 2-score ball game, but there's only 5 minutes left. Kick is up, kick is going to be good. And Tacoma's still fighting here, as expected. I knew they weren't going to go out like no punks, as their offense is starting to pick it up here. Huntington Beach, they have really been playing the closest of defenses since the pick 6, but HBV still has that offense. Maybe they can try to get that touchdown back. Gonna be ran down, but they got to go backwards. Looks like there's a flag on the play, so that'll at least back them up to midfield. They tried the onside kick, not to be. It's going to be 1st and 10 coming up. Huntington Beach essentially in the right of way to get the W in this ball game, unless Tacoma does something drastic, get a turnover or something like that, you know. And they got to go backwards. Okay, it's still a 3-score game, right? Yeah. Because 2 touchdowns is 31 if Tacoma was to get it. And they still need a field goal, well, another touchdown to take the lead. So, yeah, looks like it's still a 3-score ball game. I got my numbers confused for a second, so apologies for my earlier outburst. But regardless of that, Tacoma did fight their way back into it. It was looking kind of desolate a little bit earlier. Second and 11 coming up. They're going to pass it here. Looking right side, and that's caught by Mr. Banks. 4-touchdown game again here from Mr. Tyler Deathridge. And that honestly could have been picked off if John Carter put his hands up. He was right in the area. Handoff here. There goes Howard, and he's going to get stuck again by the veteran Ty Wire England. A gain of 2 on the play. Less than 4 minutes left. Looking more and more like a Huntington Beach victory to take them to 4-0. We'll check out the stats as always. Another handoff. There goes Howard, who's going to get pushed forward, and he's over 85 rushing yards today. He's not quite at 4 yards a carry, so that's just going to come with time and getting some better blocking for him. But I'd say in his biggest game in regards to carries, I'd have to give him a little credit. He's held his own. He's had some big gains. And here comes Carlson in the backfield this time around. And it looks like they're going to give him a chance. He's going to get stuck right at the end of the play by number 44. I believe that's Alpha Wolf. And that should take us to the 2-minute warning as Huntington Beach tries to burn more clock. Tacoma not really calling timeouts here. And there goes 2-minute warning there. Shotgun set here. Handoff, pushing forward, and he's going to get pushed to another first down again. And one more gain of about 6 or more, he could definitely have himself a 100-yard rushing game, his first of his career. He has the room to do it. It's 15 yards away from the end zone, so one good carry can make that happen. Potentially his first touchdown too. I'm not expecting a pass here, and they are going to keep it on the ground, and he's going to pick up maybe 2 of them. Yes, 25 for 96. 2nd and 8 coming up here. Probably about 2 more carries, and that's about it. Maybe 1. This might be his last chance here. Give it to him. Let's see what happens. Turns up, but there's a flag at the end of it, and that is going to stop him. But he will have another chance. But he had it right there on the carry. All he had to do was just hold the block properly. And now he has to try it again. Can he get 4 more yards? Handoff. There goes Carlson. So they're not even going to give him another chance. Unfortunately, he had it, but they switched him out. And that's going to burn out this clock right here. Congratulations once again to Huntington Beach. As we go ahead and cycle over to the next game in a little bit, make sure you watch out the game tonight. I'm trying to tell you, the games keep rolling. Pittsburgh and New Jersey will be the next setup here. We go to the Eastern Conference, a big matchup here. Pittsburgh currently in the 3 seed, and they're trying to get something cooking here. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to stay in that spot, potentially move up, but they're going to need some help in order for making that happen. While New Jersey, they're trying to get their foot back in gear, see if they can get a W, get back to 500. So make sure you watch out for that tonight. It'll be on Twitch. Going to be a fun ride as always. And we'll go ahead and get this thing rolling. Let's go ahead and check out these stats. The final score 35-17 in favor of the big homies in Huntington Beach. And we'll go ahead and go through these stats real quick for you. You know what I'm saying? So we can get you to the gameplay. Looks like Huntington Beach did have 26 minutes worth of offense compared to the 21 there for Tacoma. Tyler Deathridge with another great game. Didn't need to pass it a lot. 14 for 22. 247 yards, 4 TDs. Sean Bridges on the other side, 25 carries. 25 for 35, 220 yards, no touchdowns, 2 interceptions, one of them going for a touchdown on the other side. Longest pass of the day is 59 yards there, I believe, to the big homie Ryan Davis. But we got to check it out too. You know what I'm saying? Caleb Howard there, 25 for 96 on the ground, led all rushers here. A great job nonetheless to get into the mix. We'll see how he does throughout the season. Davin Brewer, 8 carries, 36 yards and a touchdown. Tim Carlson, 5 for 24. Lamar Davis, 4 for 7. Tyler Deathridge, 2 for 6. He did fumble the football. And then Sean Bridges had 1 carry for 6 yards, and he got the touchdown. So make sure you mark that. And no carries over 20 yards today. And the longest carry goes to Davin Brewer there with the 15-yarder. On the receiving side, we'll start with Tacoma. Looks like Lamar Davis led the way, 9 catches, 69 yards, so nice. James Peach, 5 for 35. Joe Beasley, 4 for 31. Isaiah Fowler, 4 for 45. Jax Jackson Jr., 2 for 34. Davin Brewer, 1 for 6. Evan Hood had a pass, but he dropped it, and he was one of 4 drops there. Fowler, Hunt, Davis, and Beasley each having 1. And the longest catch of the day goes to Jax Jackson Jr. and James Peach, each with a 24-yard reception. So great job by those guys. On the receiving side of things, Ryan Davis led the way, 5 for 88 and a touchdown. Carlton Banks, 3 for 38 and a touchdown. Eric Duncan, 3 for 47. Earl DePearl Flint, 2 for 66 and 2 TDs, so both of his catches were for touchdowns. Jeff Brown, 1 for 8. Only 1 drop, and it was that crazy looking drop there for Ryan. I don't know what's happening with him, but he need to stop eating popcorn on the sidelines and make sure he hold on to that football. But he did have the longest catch of 59 yards, so great job nonetheless there from the big homie. Defense here for Huntington Beach. Looks like T. Knight and Preston Dotson led the way with 8 tackles apiece, and they both had 4 solo and 4 assisted, so great job there. Steel pads, Adam Leach, Gina Buckley, and Annalisa Melculo each had 6 tackles. Josh Schloyer with 4. Grunky Kong, Xana Bain, Night Stalker each had 3. Ozzy Sash, Everett Williams, Wally E. Coyote, and Cassandra Quina each with 2. Ansel Tavian, the tight end, gets 1 tackle along with X-Pac. So shout out to the big homies there. Wally E. Coyote, T. Knight, and Preston Dotson each had a tackle for loss. Sack-wise, Sawyer, Stalker, and Kong each get 1. Great job. Adam Leach had an interception for 8 yards. Preston Dotson had 1 for 32, but he took that one to the house. Congratulations there to the veteran doing his thing. Pass deflection wise, Steel pads, T. Knight, and Preston Dotson each get 2. Leach and Melculo gets 1. No fumbles or anything like that, but we do have the touchdown, so make sure you notate that for the people that is putting in the stats. You know what I'm saying? Looking at the stats for Tacoma, the leading tackler will be Tyre Wire England with 10. John Carter, the free safety, gets 8. Patrick McGowan gets 5. King Maximus gets 5. Kaiser Washington gets 4. Najee Wyatt, going up against his former team, gets 4. Geriatric gets 4. Perrin Ibarra gets 4. Daniel Stover and Jacob Copeland each get 3. Alpha Wolf gets 2. Goofy Goober gets 2. Evan Hunt there with 1. Isaiah Fowler, the wide receiver, gets 1, and that's all the users there. No tackles for loss, no sacks, no INTs to note. Pass deflections, there was only 1 by Kaiser Washington on that jump ball. Great job. King Maximus forced a fumble. Tyre Wire England recovered a fumble for 7 yards, and that's all the defensive stats there in this ball game. So great job by all the defensive players. Firestarter Prodigy made 1 field goal and made 2 extra points, so that's going to be 5 points there. And Carolina matches that 5 with 5 extra points. No field goals needed. Punting wise, Firestarter Prodigy had 51 and some change on the average. Carolina had 46.5. They didn't really punt it too far because Dave wasn't getting stopped, so wasn't allowed to get those big yardage in the punts. Kick return wise, Earl DePearl Flint only had 1 return for 27 yards. Lamar Davis 5 for 107. Great job by the big homie. And then punt return wise, they both had 2 returns, but Ryan won this battle, an 18-yard average as opposed to James Peach's 6.5. Looking at the scoring summary, just an onslaught in the first quarter there from Huntington Beach. Ryan Davis, Earl Flint, and Carlton Banks each get a touchdown there in the first quarter. Firestarter Prodigy gets the first points of the day there for Tacoma in the second. Huntington Beach held scoreless. Looks like Earl Flint gets his second touchdown of the day midway in the third quarter, and then Preston Dotson right around the end of the third quarter gets his pick 6. Great job once again from him. And then a pair of rushing touchdowns, one by the quarterback of Tacoma, Sean Bridges, for 6 yards, and then Davin Brewer wraps up the scoring here with a 3-yard touchdown run. So that's really about it here. still got another game today, so don't go anywhere. We got to keep the games rolling. Excuse me. Watch out for the game tonight on YouTube. It's going to be Pittsburgh at New Jersey. Should be a fun ride as always. Don't go anywhere. The games keep on rolling. And until then, we'll talk to you later.